Floss Tube. My name is Jessie, and welcome to my channel, Bobo Jessie Stitches. And today is Flossidays, number 7, because today is December 7th. How are y'all doing? I am exhausted. I'm exhausted. Yeah. It was a long day. It was a long day. I am currently filming this at 9:30 in my present location time, which is in California, but I'm from Texas, and it's currently 11:30 at home. So it's getting pretty. I'm a night owl, like I'm pretty night owlish, and usually go to bed around 1:30 my time. But I also woke up very early, and I'm also very, you know, tired because we had a whole day. We had a fantastic day today. We were at Universal Studios Hollywood. That was the day how we spent our day today. And I'm going to do my absolute best to put a slideshow in at the very end. I don't have a lot of video. In fact, I'm not sure I will even upload any of those videos. I'm not sure how well they turned out. But if they did, I'll upload them along with the slideshow of pictures that we took of Super Nintendo World. We got a fun little pin for that. This is our souvenir pin for Super Nintendo World. And we also got to meet Miss Hello Kitty herself. And we got this little fun collectible pin for Hello Kitty. But we also did the studio tour as part of Universal the Park. They have an hour-long studio tour, and so that's commemorative of kind of the combination of the two things that we were really interested in. And so it was a lot of fun. We were able to get through most of the rides. We didn't do anything in that land by that lady. And we didn't do the Kung Fu Panda was the only ride we didn't get to that we were planning on getting to. And so, but it was a pretty solid day. The park was only open from 10 to 6, so it wasn't the whole day. But I am going to give you the recommendation that if you have never been to Universal Studios Hollywood, this is my first time in the California one. I've gone to the one in Orlando, but this is the first time here. Because we were trying to get reservations to the Nintendo World Cafe, we went straight there in the morning in hopes that we would get a reservation, but there wasn't any reservations available. But I think a lot of people did that, and Universal Hollywood is like on two lots. One's like the upper lot, and like the lower lot is literally the lower lot. Like you go down the side of a mountain. I don't know if it's a mountain, but the side of a hill anyways, like 3 different levels of like long escalators. And so it takes a while to get there. So I think a lot of people, they kind of rush there to try to get the reservations or do other things. So it ended up being very crowded down there. And so Bowser's Challenge took almost 50 minutes for us to get in. But because we were already there, because we're like, well, to go back up and to come back down, and we didn't get reservations for the cafe. So my recommendation would be that if you go and it's still kind of this super crowded Super Nintendo World and you don't have a huge desire to eat at the restaurant, I have no idea if it's good or not because we didn't get reservations. Do the upper part first. Like it was less crowded up there. The lines were shorter. By doing what we did by going to Super Nintendo World first and then doing the upper part second, everyone was doing that. So everything that was 15 minutes to wait for in the lower level when we were there was 15 minutes when we got to the upper level because everybody came up. And so the Toy Story, wrong park. The Secret Life of Pets ride, the Minions ride, like all of those that were when we got into line, said the 20 minutes wait ended up being like 45, 50 minutes. So sorry. Even in California, itchy floss tube knows. But so that would be my recommendation as a person for the first time there. I also highly recommend that you wear thematic clothing because people really apparently respond to that. And so we got lots of cute little comments about my toadstool dress that I got from Cakeworthy, not sponsored. But that's it. Let's go check out Past Jessie when it comes to our countdown, and I'll be right back. Hi, December 7th, Jessie. How you doing? Hope you had a great time. Today was Universal Day, wasn't it? All right. Well, let's see what our Avids has got for us. Here's number 7 for Caterpillar Cross Stitch. Here's the back of that. And it says Keep calm and jingle all the way. It's floss. It's floss. I wonder if it's the rest for the elf project. It probably is. Here you go. I'll double check though. Okay, and then here comes Night Stalkers calling. Oh, oh my goodness. This is called Sugar Plums. Look at this beautiful plummy color. Oh my goodness. All right. Back to you, future Jess. Thanks, past Jesse. Again, loving those items. All right. So I did get a little bit of stitching in last night, and we went to bed like at 9. So it was, we were so tired, because we had gotten up so early, and it was a long day and did a lot of stuff. And so, but I did a little bit of stitching last night before we completely fell asleep. And so I was working on New Year's Day sampler. I know it's hard to see because of the lighting in the hotel room. Sorry. But I did work on it a little bit, not a whole lot. I'll be surprised if I get through a full 200 stitch challenge this week, but here it is. Again, kind of some bad lighting, but what I effectively did was that I finished the branch of that first piece and I start putting in the little flowers here. I did notice that unintentionally that I was kind of able to create complementary colors there. So I'm going to see if I can continue that with the way I'm stitching the thread and everything. That the variegation, I might be able to get it to look pretty consistent throughout the whole piece of that motif. We'll see how the rest goes. All right, let's look at who our influencer or inspirator of the day would be. Remember, I pulled all of these out, so here's number 7. Daybreak Stitchery, Nithya. Oh my goodness. So this is the first one where she knows who I am. I think of Nithya as a friend. If you are not watching her, which I don't know how you could be watching me and not watching her, amazing floss tuber, great stitching overall. What really inspires me, how she really inspires me, is craftivism. And I'm sure that that's probably not how she always wants to be known as, because she is a cross stitcher. She loves cross stitching. I'm talking about you like you might not be watching me, but so you should be watching her because she does great stitching and it's great projects. But I also really want to encourage you to watch her because she is one of the few that I watch that I think does a really great job of incorporating some craftivism and talking about it in such a way that's very accessible to people. Yesterday I talked about going to Marketplace with my husband, has a bucket list thing for him, and one of the comments that I had kind of made to the team, the production team, and we met the executive producer yesterday, was that one of the things that Marketplace does really, really well is making the economy accessible to individuals. That while the economy is this kind of big thing, it's also local, it's individualized, and seeing how supply chains impact individuals, for example. They do a really good job of kind of taking this big concept and putting it down in such a way that you can be like, I see, even though I may not be a corn farmer in Idaho, I don't know where they farm corns, but like, I should, but I don't. But like, but I know how my work may be and how my stuff may be similar or parallel to that. Little bit of a segue there. Nithya does that with craftivism. I think that when she talks about like what's going on in the world and how it's kind of impacting everybody, she's able to kind of put it down in such a way that's kind of like, this is how it is in our little space. This is what we can do in our space to elevate awareness of things. How that a lot of things is very individualized, right? Like you can see how things that may be impacting other people are not impacting you, but you may have a similar experience with that. And while I don't think that everyone has to experience everything in order to have empathy, to be able to connect, it does help. It just does. Great calming videos too. Um, sometimes like you know, you're just in a room with a friend who's just talking about stuff, and you're like, and a smart friend who's kind of letting you know how what they've learned and sharing that knowledge with you. So go check her out. She's great. She's really great and really very inspiring. All right, this might be a longer video. If you are staying for the slideshow, I hope it's great. And this video might not get uploaded till tomorrow, depending on how if I fall asleep. But I'm gonna do my best. I did the slideshow yesterday using Canva. I'm gonna try my video software today for a slideshow since there's a lot more pictures. Wish me luck. We'll see, because I also don't know about the music, so we'll see. But anyways, if you are not staying for the slideshow, that's okay. But let's go ahead and finish off with our joke for the day. Here's day 7. A gingerbread man went to the doctor complaining of a sore knee. A sore knee, the doctor said. Have you tried icing it? I thought of another one today that has nothing to do with Christmas. Do you want to get a bonus joke for December 7th? How much space should you give a fun guy? As mushroom as you can. Wherever you are, I hope you're having a stitching good time. Happy Flossidays. I'll see you tomorrow. Stay tuned for the slideshow if you are interested in that. Take care.